So what is that equation? First equation is what? Correct? Second pipe B. You want A, correct? So C can be written as B minus 4. A can be written as, sorry, B has to be written as, so okay. B is nothing at A minus 5, so it will become A minus 9. So C is A minus 9. B is A minus 5. So substitute. So it will become what? It will become 1 by A plus 1 by A minus 5 is equal to 1 by A minus 9. Actually, you can take the values here and you can substitute. I'll tell you a few things. See, A has to be greater than 9. A has to be greater than 5. If you take 10, it will become 1 by 1. And here it will become 1 by 5. And here it will become 1 by 10. 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5 will not give us 1 by 1. Then 6 we cannot put because 6 minus 9 will give us minus. So we can't do that. Then take 15. 1 by 15 here. 1 by 15 minus 5. 1 by 10. 1 by 15 and 1 by 10 are very close to us, right? So 1 by 6. 1 by 15 minus 9. Right? But that is not the way. God will not be happy if I do that way. In examination you can do, but I don't have that privilege to do right now. So what you can do, you can take the LCM A into A minus 5. Here A minus 5 plus A is equal to 1 divided by A minus 9. This is 2A minus 5 into A minus 9. This entire term will go here. It will become A into A minus 5. So if you multiply, this will be 2A square minus 18A minus 5A plus 45 is equal to A square minus 5A. 5A, this is minus 5A and minus 5A get cancelled. A square will come this side. This will become A square minus 18A plus 45 equal to 0. You have to split the middle term. You have to get the product as 45 and sum or the difference should be around 18. So what all are the factors of 45? 3 and 15 or 9 or 5 or 1 and 45. But here 45 you have to get the sum as 18. So it is A square minus 15A minus 3A. Here only your sum is done. You need not write further. So answer will be either equal to A is equal to 15 or A is equal to 3. 3 you can't put, will get negative value here. So 3 you can't put. Yeah. So answer should be 15. Done? Yeah? Yes or no? Okay, today we'll be entering into the application of time, speed and distance. So first chapter that will be dealing is problems on trains. Problems on trains. Okay. And the second half of this class will be dealing with problems on boats. Okay. Now, why suddenly trains? Why not bike, car, truck, bus? Why train? Why train? Why we are taking train? For car will not be having uniform speed. It will also start with car will start correct. So from zero only they will start, right? So uniform speed is applicable for everything. Why car? Why not car? Why not bus? Why not bike? Why? Why trains? Why we are considering trains? Hey, this is very common sense question, okay? This is nothing to do with mathematics. Why train? Because in India we have separate department for or ministry for railways or something. Yeah. In India we have railway budget. It is done away, right? Yeah. Rail budget is done away. Yes. Earlier it was the practice. Yes. Yeah, tell me. Why train? Why we are taking train? Why we are not taking any other vehicle? You give me another reason, I am telling you. Have you not seen the train going like this? Yes? Now don't tell me parallel track. What to do with, like, we are not doing mechanics here. Speed, what? It has speed. Every moving object has speed. Come on, you are not, run your minds. Why we are taking trains? It is cheap. Compared to bus, it is cheap. There is no privatization of trains. Come on, give me answer. Seriously? Do you have to study UPSC for knowing this fact? Why we are taking trains? Wah re wah. Wah. Long live. Okay, any other reason? Any one other reason? If you don't tell, I'll answer on my own. It moves in? मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, because of the significant length of the train. You are telling her, no? Tell to me. You are telling her. She didn't listen and she didn't tell me also. Significant length, no? Which other moving object has this much length? So, because of the significant length, that means what? We are doing something with the length of the train. Yes? Have we taken ever the length of the bus in the previous problems? Have we taken ever length of boats we'll see later. Have we taken the length of any moving object so far? No, right? Then train we are taking because it will be around 200 meter long, 300 meter long. It depends upon the capacity of it. Yes, so that is why we are taking. And why we are so much interested in length? Yeah, I told you why we take trains, because of length. But why we are interested in length? Why we are interested in length? Don't tell me because it is measured in meters. See, if you take any object by the side of the road, maybe it is an electric pole, or maybe it's a tree, or maybe a man. You take any car, bike, or like a bus or something. Can you calculate the time taken by that moving object to cross this pole or tree or man? Can you calculate? If I give you this one, the stop clock, and if I ask you to calculate the time taken by the moving object to cross this, either pole or tree or man. It will be so quick, right? By the time you press start and stop, it will be gone. Yes or no? But if I ask you to calculate the time taken by train to cross this pole or tree or man, it will be in few seconds or sometimes in minutes. Yes? So this is why we are studying some problems on trains, because the train has significant length, and because of this fact that it has significant length, it will take certain seconds to cross any object. Yes? And tell me, all these objects are stationary. Sometimes man can move, okay? Okay? So these stationary objects and these stationary objects, they don't have significant width. These objects don't have significant width, but the train has significant length. So I'll give this job of doing what? Of calculating the time required by a train to cross this pole. And let's say this is the train. This is the train. When will you start the clock? I have given you this assignment that to calculate the time taken by train to cross this pole. When do you start the stop clock? Huh? Give me the scene. When do you start? Train is far, okay? Here the pole is there. When will you start the clock? What approaches the train? That is the engine of the train. The first bogie of the train or the engine of the train approaches the pole. Here you will start the time. Let's say this time spot is T0. Okay? Then when will you stop the clock? When the last bogie has crossed the pole. So here you will stop, right? So entire this time you will calculate, and this is the time required by the train to cross this pole. Yes? Correct? But here the train is moving with certain speed and it is covering certain distance also. We have calculated the time. But along with that time, we know distance and speed should be there. So what is the distance that is covered by the train? What is the distance covered by the train while it is crossing this pole? Its own length? Its own length, right? When did you start the clock? Here. When the engine approached the pole. When did you stop the clock? When the last bogie crossed the pole. Correct? Yes or no? So, what is the distance that the train has covered? That is its own length. That is the length of the train. Yes? Is it logical? That is why we are more worried about trains. That is why we have taken a small chapter on trains. Because here, the distance covered by the train is nothing but the length of its own. Length of its own. So now, if you ask me to calculate the time taken by the train to cross this pole or tree, it is nothing but the length of the train. So basically this is distance divided by speed. So here this distance is nothing but length of the train divided by speed of the train. Over, no? Simple. Here they are not asking the train to cover some distance. It has to cross its own length. It has to cross its own length. Yes? So that is the length of the train divided by speed of the train. You will get the time. Isn't it easy? Isn't it easy? Okay, no. You are getting the sense, right? Are you able to imagine one train which is crossing a pole or tree or a man? Yes? Okay. So take this one. And here we are not taking the breadth of the pole or the tree into account. We are not taking, right? We are not taking the breadth of the tree or pole into account. Yes? What if some object which has a significant length? Suppose a train has to cross a platform, or train has to cross a tunnel, or a train has to cross, let's say, a bridge. So I'll take that scene. So this is done. This is done. So when they ask time, it is length of the train divided by speed. Or if they ask speed, length of the train divided by time. Yes? No problem. Second scenario. When it is crossing a platform or a tunnel or a bridge. Let's say there is such platform here. This is a platform and the train is approaching. The train is approaching. Again, I have given him the assignment to calculate the time required by train to cross the platform. When you will switch on the stop clock? When the engine has approached the platform. So here you will start the time. When will you end the clock, or when you will stop the clock? When the last bogie departs the end of the platform. Correct? So here you will stop. So this is the time required, right? This is the time required. Yes or no? Then tell me, by this situation, by the time it approached the platform and the last bogie has left the platform, how much is the distance covered? How much is the distance covered by the train? This is nothing but length of the train plus length of the platform. Let me take this as platform for everything. Same way bridge, same way tunnel also, right? Can you imagine? So now, if you want to calculate the time required by the train to cross this tunnel or platform or bridge, it is nothing but the distance it is covering divided by the speed. So this distance is nothing but what? Length of the train itself plus length of the platform divided by speed of the train. Done? Speed of the train. Done? Speed of the train. Done? What is the difference between this scene and the previous scene? Length of platform is extra, right? There, if the width of the tree is too much, would have taken that into account if it is in meters. If the width of the man is too much, then would have taken that into account. Width of the pole is large, then we would have taken that into account. But here, in the first case, the width of that object, maybe it is a tree or pole or a man, it is so insignificant that it hardly matters to us. That is why we are not taking the length of or breadth of that particular object. But here, this is a longer object. This is a longer object. Yes, sometimes a platform will be of the same length of the train. Sometimes it can be more than that of the length of the train. Sometimes it will be shorter, but definitely it will be in meters. Yes or no? Few hundred meters it will be. Yes, platform. That is why we are taking into account. Anyways, take any problem. In the numerator, it is always the length. Either it is of train or it is of train and the platform or the tunnel or the bridge. And speed will always come in the denominator. Yes. If they give you time, you can find out the speed by putting the length in the numerator and the time in the denominator. Yes, understood this? So always the lengths will come in the numerator. In the denominator, either it is speed or it is the what? Or it is time. If they want speed, they will give time. Understood this? Any difficulty in understanding? Any difficulty? No, right? Cool? No issues? Yeah. So can we solve few problems based upon this? Again, we'll go to different varieties. There are 2 more varieties in this. But let us solve these simple problems first. Yep. Okay. Yeah. What is the time required by a train of length 350 meter to cross an electric pole with speed of 70 meter per second? Here one more dimension we have to understand. Like usually the train length will be given in meter, right? Or can they give in kilometer? Generally in meters. Practically it is in meters, correct? But the train speed will be given in kilometer per hour. Getting my point? So in that case, we have to convert the speed of the train from kilometer per hour to what? Meter per second. Because the train will take few seconds to cross anything, right? Few seconds, sometimes minutes, but not in hour. So that is why in these problems, the units of meter and units of second are important for us. So whenever they give the unit of speed as kilometer per hour, we have to convert it into meter per second. Done? So that extra conversion we have to do. That is from kilometer per hour to the meter per second. Done? Is that fine? Yeah. So in this case, so electric pole, train is crossing. So by the time it crosses, the last bogie crosses. So what is the answer here? What is the time taken? Length of the train, 350 meter divided by the speed of the train, that is 70 meter per second. So this is meter per second and this is meter. Second will go up, meter will get cancelled. 7 ones are 7 5s are. So how many seconds are required? 5 seconds are required for the train to cross this electric pole. This is the easiest question and such questions will not come in the examination. Okay, this is just for warm up. Yeah. Done? If you are finding difficulty in this, let me know. We are just few minutes away. If the train goes 2 hours past your post, okay, we cannot come back. I will not come back. Okay, fine. A train 200 meters long is moving at the rate of 40 km per hour. See, here they have given 40 km per hour. In how many seconds will it cross a man standing near the railway line? Man is standing. If the man is moving, it is a different scene. Okay, so man is standing, correct? So what is the length of the train? 200 meters. And the other person is man, so it is so insignificant length that we have to consider. But here the speed. So they have given the distance, they have given the speed. Now we have to calculate the time. So 200 meter divided by 40. You put 40, but you have to convert this into meter per second, right? So kilometer per hour to meter per second, we can convert this by dividing it into divide by 3.6. So this 40 kilometer per hour will become meter per second. So this second will go up, meter get cancelled. So this is nothing but 200 into 3.6. divided by 40 seconds. 0, 0 get cancelled. 4 ones are 4 5s are 5 into 3.6. 18 seconds. Yes? No problem. Understood the concept? Yeah. Nothing much here. Next question. A train 270 meter long is running over a bridge. See, here we have come across the bridge of length 130 meter. See, suddenly your mind should be calculating. One is length of the train, other length of the bridge. So 270 plus 130. What is the speed of the train? So time taken. Time taken will be 270 plus 130 divided by 40. Anyways, it is in meter per second. No need to convert. Anyways, it is in meter per second. No need to convert. So this will become 400 divided by 40. 0, 0 get cancelled. 4 ones are 4 tens are. So it would require 10 seconds to cross this bridge. Yes. Next. A train 225 meter long passes a telegraphic pole in 9 seconds. See, here they have given speed. Time. So can we calculate the speed of the train? Speed of the train is equal to what? Length of the train is how much? 225 divided by time, 9. And anyways, it is in meter and it is in second. So this is nothing but 25 meter per second. Yes? Yes or no? So by this we got the speed of the train. But here the problem is not over. Then the time taken by it to cross a tunnel. See, we have found out the speed now. Now to cross the tunnel, the time required by the train to cross the tunnel is its own length, that is 225 meter, plus 450 meters, that is the length of the tunnel, and divided by the speed. Speed is 25. So this is 675 divided by 25. 25, 2s are 50, 175 is left, 25, 7s are. So time required is 27 seconds. See here, the train is 225 meter long and the tunnel is 450 meter long. Isn't tunnel twice the length of the train? Yes or no? So, when this train is crossing a pole or a man or a tree, it has to cross its own length, correct? When it is crossing bridge or tunnel or let's say a platform, then it has to cross twice plus its own length, correct? So 3 times of the length, 3 times of the length. So earlier it was taking only 9 seconds to cross its own length. Now 3 times, 27. What if the length of the train is equal to the length of the tunnel? 2 times the time, not speed. 2 times the time. Yes, speed will remain the same. Understood? So sometimes you don't have to calculate all these things. Okay, 225, double of that. So totally 3 times. 9 seconds it is taking. Now it will take 27 seconds. Or let's say this is 225. 225 plus 225, 450. Okay, double the time. 9 seconds. Instead of 9 seconds, it is 18 seconds. Done? Okay, no? Fine. I didn't ask for breakfast. Don't feel bad. Had your breakfast now? Yeah? And this period is period in the sense like the season. Season now, more drowsiness will also start. Yesterday I talked about dehydration. Yes, dehydration. But this is the time where we see mango flowers will come, right? Mango flowers. And mangoes, small mangoes will happen, and they'll be doing what? They'll be swinging. So even our, what? This one, body will be swinging in the same sense. So that is why one advice, never support your head or, like this face or this portion. Never support. Even this much will lead to sleep. Understand? Never. So always upright. And your backbones should be upright, straight. Understand? Don't take this support. You can. That is why we have made them very, this one. They are not like aram se. It will keep your, this thing, 90 degree. Or if you do like this, your leg will touch the person in front and you will do this. I see many people doing this. I see what happened. Okay, leg. So, okay. So keep your backbone straight and never support your, this thing. Understand? Fine? See why I'm telling. Yeah, you sit for long hours. I know the pain also. But you are not the only persons in India who are sitting for long hours of classes. Your competitors. You don't know where your competitors are. Your competitors are there in what? Jammu Kashmir also. Your competitors are there in Kerala also. Okay. Your competitors are in Vidarbha region also. Okay, in Vidarbha region it is already burning. Today I read in the paper, Gulbarga is 40 degrees centigrade. It will be more than 40 degrees centigrade in Vidarbha region. Yeah. In Jammu and Kashmir, it will be cold at. Okay, they will have their own problems. But your competitors, what they are doing to overcome the competition, you don't know. We have seen people sitting for 8 hours without any, like focus. Without losing the focus. Without losing the focus. So that is the competition level we have. And when we say we teach for 900 hours, yes, if we count, it will come to more than 900 hours. Okay, that is why you feel like when will our portion get over? The portion is like ocean, Portion is like ocean. Even when we do 900 hours, somewhere some corners will be left. But we are taking care of everything. And I am telling you, the more number of hours that you spend in the class, more will be the productivity. Understand? Self-study with some material, yeah, we have seen that one. But classes are more productive, I am telling you. Okay, because we give you very concentrated in the sense, we keep only what is required. We don't tell like, okay, read this also, read this also. When you have opened the book, you will feel like reading everything. That is the problem, because everything looks like portion only. Everything looks like syllabus only. Yes or no? Every piece of paper, you will feel like reading it. But if you go on doing that one, you can just romance with UPSC. You cannot clear UPSC. Understanding? So that is why classes are always relevant. Okay, no matter how many waves will come in India, classrooms will remain relevant. Okay, online thing, yes, it is a different market altogether. But trust me, after a few days, few years, even the parents will be fed up. Already school children parents are fed up now. They want to snatch those mobiles and kick their kids to schools. So that is the thing. Now see, all the schools are starting by June. They are cutting the online thing because they are fed up. Okay, offline only. If you are coming, then offline. That is why all the people who had shifted to their remote places, rural, so they are coming back. So they are joining and they are making their kids join the offline schools. So now they will go to their offices and work. They will not admit their kids to the school and they will go back to their villages. No. They will live in Bangalore or live in their workplaces. They will go to their old workplaces. Again by June, the economy will be back. Now we are seeing even there is a small lapse in, like there is a small lapse in that economy because the kids have not gone to the school. When kids go to the school, the family will be set right and even the economy will be set right. So by June, by the time the prelims is done, the economy will be back to normalcy. Okay, fourth wave, fifth wave, we'll see later if they come. Okay, fine. So next problem. A train 350 meter long is running at the speed of 36 km per hour. Suddenly your mind should be calculating in meter per second. 36 km per hour is how many meter per second? Divided by 3.6 is 10, no? So 350 meter long. If it crosses a tunnel in 1 minute, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So what they have given? They have given the time here. They have given the time. And here tunnel is in picture. So length of the train plus length of the tunnel. You don't write T again. You take P only. For everything you take P only. That is platform. Okay. And the speed is how much? 36 km per hour. Or I'll write simply speed of the train here. Substitute. This T is nothing but time taken is 60 seconds. Length of the train is 350 meter plus length of the platform, I don't know. Divided by speed of the train 36, but this has to be converted into meter per second. So I'll divide this by 3.6. So this will become what? 60 and here 350 plus length of the platform divided by 10. So this 10 will go this side. This will be 600 is equal to 350 plus length of the platform. So length of the platform would be how much? 250 meters. See, 350 meter long train, 10 meter per second. So how many seconds will it take to cross its own length? 350 meter length. And the speed is 10 meter per second. Every second it will cross 10 meter. So how many seconds will it take to cross its own length? 35. Another 25 for tunnel or platform or bridge. So for 350 it is taking 35 seconds. So for another 25 seconds it will cross 250 meters. So that is the length of the tunnel or length of the platform or whatever. Done? No issues? Okay. A train 200 meter long moving at the speed of 72 km per hour, suddenly 200 meter and the speed is 20 meter per second. Yes, 200 meter long train, 20 meter per second. So time taken will be 10 seconds actually. But that is not our concern now. A man is running at 3.6 km per hour. So far we were taking what? The standing man. Standing man. Now the person is doing what? Running. So it will affect the time taken, yes or no? If the man was stationary, then the calculation, whatever that we have done so far is correct. If the man is moving, it will take either more time or less time that we have to calculate. But before this one, I would like to teach you another variety in this problem. That is, when two trains cross each other. When two trains cross each other. Again, so far we had taken stationary. Whether it is a pole, man or tree, or tunnel or platform or bridge. All these are stationary. They can't move. Yeah. Now we are taking the objects which move. So when we say two trains, that means two moving trains. Otherwise, why would we take one moving train and one like stationary train? It is as good as like taking tunnel or bridge or platform. No, already we have done that one. Even if they give that a particular train is standing, it is as good as a platform. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, when we say like two trains are crossing each other, what are the two ways that they cross each other? When they cross each other, when they are moving in opposite direction, or when they are moving in the same direction, the faster train will overtake the slower train. Yes, these are the two ways. That means one scenario when the trains are moving in opposite direction, and another scenario when the trains are moving in the same direction. Done? Yes. So first we will take when they are moving in opposite direction. When they are moving in opposite direction. So how does it look? And again, I have given you the assignment to calculate the time when they will cross each other. When will you make the stop clock on? When will make the stop clocks on? When both the engines have approached, or when both the engines have just crossed. So here we will start. Here we will start. Time is, and let's say when they cross each other, let's say the scene is like this, and this is, let's say, T1. Okay. So T1 to T0 to T1, this is the time. But what is the effective length? What is the effective length crossed by the trains? Effective length or effective distance covered by both the trains. Not just one train. Not just one train. Either of the train. Either first train or second train. So let us take this as the length of the train 1 and length of the train 2. What is the effective length that this train has cost? Its own length, and so this is the effective length, right? Yes or no? Yes. So when we are calculating the time taken, yes, distance divided by speed. So what is the effective length covered by the trains? What is the effective length covered by the trains? Length of the train 1 plus length of the train 2. Isn't it correct? Yes, no? Don't imagine too many things. Okay, just take this. Otherwise, we have to go to physics. We have to demonstrate. Okay, just take this one. Length of the train 1 plus length of the train 2. Done? Anyways, in all the cases so far, what we have taken, in the numerator, it is always the length of the train. When one train was there, we have taken length of the train 1. And when man, tree or pole had come, they don't have significant length, so we have not considered them. But in the second case, we had taken a platform or tunnel or a bridge. So there we have significant lengths. So we had taken length of the train plus length of the platform. Correct? Length of the train plus length of the platform. In this case, both objects are trains and both are moving. Yet we have taken their lengths in the numerator. Length of the train 1 plus length of the train 2. Now, coming to the speed. In earlier two cases, whether it is a man or a tree or a pole or bridge or tunnel or platform, they were stationary, they were not moving. Here, the object is moving. The opposite train is moving. Yes? Now tell me, what should I do for the denominator? What should I write here? There are two speeds, no? Speed of train 1 plus speed of train 2. There are two. What should I do? Should I add the speeds or should I take the difference of the speeds? When they are moving in the opposite direction, should I add the speeds or should I take the difference of the speeds? Add. If I stare, then we will change it to subtract. If I stare again, add sir, add. If I stare again, difference. I know. Even we have done all this drama. Yeah. Here you are not to impress me, but to understand. So what should I do? Add or difference? Sure. How many adds? Okay, good number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All are difference or undecided? Undecided. Very good. Nota. Yeah? Okay. Now tell me, you must have experienced this. You don't have to sit in the train for this one. Or if you have sit in the train ever and you have seen both the trains are moving, the sound that you hear when both the trains are like crossing each other from the opposite direction, will it be very intense? The sound will be very intense. Or even on the road, when you are moving in highway, when your vehicle is going in this direction, another, let's say truck is coming very fast, then you will see boom sound. Yes? Yes or no? Why this intensity? More intensity? So when two things are coming from the opposite end, so we have to add their speeds. So this is the symbol that I am doing. We have to, when they are moving from the opposite direction, we have to add the speeds. Okay. Imagine the other situation. When you are going in one direction, other fellow is trying to cross you, or there is one vehicle which is moving in this direction, you are trying to overtake. Sometimes you will feel like you are stationary with the other. Sometimes while we are going on bike, we exchange the things, right? We exchange the things, right? Yes or no? Have you exchanged it or not? Yeah, you have to do all those crazy things. Yeah, but you should know how to ride also. And you should wear helmet, you should have license, everything. You have to get your bike insured. All that thing is there. But these stunts we do. Why do we exchange? Why will we be able to exchange the things while we are moving? The relative speed will be almost zero. I have seen in the countryside or even in the cities, like two people, friends, going in two different bikes, they will go on talking to each other. Sometimes when we are trying to overtake them, we have to honk. Yes or no? So two-wheelers will make four-wheelers. They will talk as if they are sitting next to each other. Yes or no? Have you experienced this? Or while your bus is overtaking the other thing, you'll feel like, hi, all that thing. But do it when you are in opposite direction. You can't even recognize the face when both the moving objects are in a higher speed. Yes or no? And have you seen the accidents head-on? This is head-on collision. Head-on. So the damage will be more. Yes or no? What about while it is going, you are just touched? Not much, right? Yeah, it can skid and fall off. the bike can skid and fall off. But for four-wheeler, there will not be much this thing. Yes, there will not be much casualty. Yes or no? But head-on, the higher damage will be there. Yes, because of the intensity, because of the sum of the speeds. When we are moving in the same direction, it is just the difference of this thing. When both the objects are at the same speed, you will feel the relative speed as 0. You will feel as if you are stationary with the other moving object. Done? So here in this case, what should I do for the speed? So far, we had taken only one speed in the earlier two cases. But in the third case, since two objects are moving, we have to consider their speeds. And in the denominator, we are writing and we are making the sum of them because they are moving in the opposite direction. Understood this? Whenever length comes, it is always in the numerator. No matter how many lengths come, it is always in the numerator. Speed, always in the denominator. Earlier two cases, only one speed used to be there. In the third case, we have come across two speeds, and when they are moving in opposite direction, we have to add them. Yes? Done? Okay. Understood this? So, generally, if there are two trains of certain lengths, A and B, when they are crossing each other, they will take significantly less time to cross each other when they are moving in the opposite direction. The similar trains, if they are moving in the same direction, to overtake, it will take more time because the speed will be very less. The relative speed will be very less. Here, in this case, the relative speed will be very high. Done? Okay, no? This can happen, right? Yeah. Next case. When the trains are moving in same direction. So definitely the faster train has to overtake the slower train. Yes, it is logical. Or you want to overtake, but by the time you have taken the side, that is right side of the other vehicle, and you are going with the lower speed, can you overtake? The opposite vehicle will come and hit you. Yes or no? So whenever you make mind to overtake, as soon as you come in the parallel way, you have to what? Raise. You have to raise. Okay. So you have to have a fair idea about the vehicle which is coming from the opposite direction. You have to have that confidence that by the time that opposite vehicle approaches you, you will be overtaking and you will coming into the lane of the previous vehicle. Yes, so that should be the judgment. That is what is driving or riding. Yes or no? It is not just like you will come, then you will say sorry. By the time you say sorry, he will say sorry to you. Yes or no? So these are all judgment. That is what is driving. Driving is not about, like pressing accelerator. Few people will think that only accelerator pressing is driving. No, the clutch, gear, brake, and more than anything, your common sense will play a significant role. Yes or no? That is why we don't give license for the people who are below 18 years. Yes or no? 18 or 16? Sure. You can have learning license before 18. But the driving license will come only after 18. So that is the thing. Motor Vehicle Act 1988 is more stringent than any other act. Okay. So we have like very big punishments for what? Not adhering to the rules. Yes. So that is why you are always scared of what? Traffic police. Yes or no? Whenever you see white and khaki, this thing, you will first touch whether you have helmet or not. Even sometimes while we are going in four-wheeler also, we will touch. because that is the fear that we have for the act, not for the policeman. For the act, Motor Vehicle Act 1988 is very stringent. Okay, here, by the time it crosses, it has become a different train altogether. So the effective length or effective distance covered is again length of train 1 plus length of train 2. So same calculation, time taken by the train to cross, length of train 1 plus length of train 2 divided by the difference of the speeds. We don't know which speed is what. Let's say this is train 1 and this is train 2. Train 1 is overtaking. So definitely the speed 1 will be more. Speed 1 will be more. Understood this? Is it tough to imagine or tough to understand? No, right? So when we think of all these four cases, in the first case, only one object is having significant length, that is train. Only one object is having the speed. So length of the train divided by speed of the train, that's it. In the second case, only one object is moving, so speed of the train will come in the denominator, and two objects are having the significant length. One is train, another is tunnel or bridge or what? Platform. In third case, two objects having significant length and also moving. So length of the train, both the trains will come in the numerator. Always we have to add the length of the trains. In no case we take the difference of the lengths of the trains. But in the denominator, depending upon the direction of their movement, if they are moving in opposite direction, we have to add. If they are moving in the same direction, we have to take the difference of the speeds. That's it. Fine? No issues? Can we solve the problems? Yes. A train 200 meter long, moving at the speed of 72 km per hour, 200 meter long, moving at the speed of 72 km per hour. A man is running at 3.6 km per hour in the same direction. So now tell me, generally, the train will take certain time to cross a stationary man who is standing. If this man is moving in the same direction of the train will take more time or less time? Because the man is moving in same direction? Yes. If he was moving in the opposite direction, lesser time it would have taken. Yes, that sense should be there. Now, don't get confused that, sir, you have told only about the moving train, you have not told about the moving man. Consider this man as train only, but with no significant length. So when it comes to length of that train which is moving, it should be 0. It should be 0. Yes. So here the time required for the train to cross the running man is length of train 1 is 200 meter. And for that moving man, length of that man is 0, right? You can write 0 or just leave like that. Divided by, what is the speed of the train? 72. And the running man speed? Should I add or subtract? Or take the difference? But this is in kilometer per hour. So how to convert it into meter per second? Whole divided by 3.6 I'll do. Correct? So now, how it appears? 200 here into 3.6 divided by 72 minus 3.6. This is 68.4. Get rid of these points. 200 into 36 divided by 684. Sorry. So 9 4s are Then 9 sevens are 9 sixths are 4 ones are 4 19s are. So this is 200 by 19. 200 by 19. This is nothing but 19 tens are 190. Then 10 is the remainder. 10 integer 10 by 19 seconds. If this person was standing, then this will not come into play, right? This 3.6 will not come into play. This is 200 divided by 72 by 3.6. So 200 by 20, that is 10. So these extra seconds, 10 by 19 seconds, it is because of the movement of that person. Got it? No problem? Yeah. Okay. Next. Length of Shatabdi Express is 120 meter and that of Rajdhani Express is 80 meters. All these to confuse you, okay? This is simple, train 1 and train 2, 120 meter and 80 meter. These two trains are running in the same direction with velocities of 40 km per hour and 50 km per hour. The time taken by them to cross each other. Now this problem has become so simple for us. So the time taken is nothing but length of the trains 120 plus 80 divided by difference of 50 and 40. Yeah, I'll do that. So 10 divided by, you don't do separately, okay? You don't do separately like 40 divided by 3.6, 50 divided by 3.6. Answer will come in decimals. That will be simply confusing you. Only in the last step you take 3.6. Difference is 10. So 10 divided by 3.6. So this becomes what? 200 divided by 10. And in the numerator 3.6 will come. 0, 0 get cancelled. 20 into 3.6. This is 72 seconds. Fine? No problem? Or do you have a problem? Cool, right? Yeah. Next question. In the above question, that is in the 7th question, if the trains are running in opposite directions, simple, no? In the denominator, instead of 10, you will write 90. So what will become? So 200 here, divide by 90 into 3.6. 0, 0 get cancelled. So anyways, this is 72 divided by 9. This is equal to 8 seconds. See, look at the effect. While they are moving in opposite direction, they will take only 8 seconds. But in the same direction, they will take more than a minute. Yes? So can you feel the difference? Can you feel the difference? So if accident happens, how it will be? Very destructive. But in the same direction. So that is why we have signal systems, no? In train. Signal systems. Yeah? But sometimes it becomes unavoidable. But collision of trains is very rare. Collision of trains is very rare. There are collisions of train and other objects. Maybe moving animals, especially elephants. Especially elephants. Okay, especially in the northeast region and all or maybe in West Bengal and Assam mainly. But collision of trains, very rare incident, because the whole railway system is there for that only, right? When you join this one, like IRTS, Indian Railway Traffic Services. So it is more kind of a technical job. You will be sitting with electronic systems. And I'll tell you, for electronics engineers, If by chance you will get IRTS, that will be the worst thing that can happen with you. Because throughout the life, you didn't want the electronics job. If you get IRTS, then it is like you didn't have to read for UPSC. You would have joined something on your own for electronics. IRTS is completely, I'm telling you, it is more technical job. IRPS, that is Railway Personal Service, it is more kind of man management. Then IRAS, that is account service. You will be having finance powers, that is funding power, all that thing will be there. But it is actually getting decoupled from UPSC, railway jobs. Have you heard about this or not? By God's grace, this year it has been included. That is why totally 1011 vacancies are there. This is the best thing that can happen in this decade. Next, again few years, I'll tell you the vacancies will be 700, 800 only. Understand? So this is the best opportunity that you have. Again, you can write for Railway Board separately. They will be conducting their own examination, but by Railway Board only. There you can apply. That is not a problem. Done? Next question. A coolie, very good question. This is a coolie standing on a railway station. So imagine a person standing on a railway station. Observes that train going in one direction takes 4 seconds to pass him. So there is one person on a platform. There is one person on a platform. One train is coming and he is perceiving that this train is crossing him in how many seconds? 4 seconds. And another train is coming. That is a different scene. And one more train is coming from other direction, opposite direction, and it is trying to cross him in 5 seconds. Now, this scene is over. This is scene 1. One train is crossing him in 4 seconds. Another train is crossing him in 5 seconds. Okay, now the person is not there in the scene. Only trains are there in the scene. How much time will those trains take to cross each other? If somebody tells 9 seconds, I don't mind breaking this pen. I will start writing with my finger. I don't mind breaking this pen. Will it be 9 seconds to cross each other? And now you say, because you don't want to cost this pen, no? Yeah? Yes? So this is a different scene altogether. How do you calculate the time taken by this train to cross the person? Time 1, length of the train 1, divided by speed of the train 1. This is how do you calculate. So this is nothing but 4 seconds. Time 2, length of the train 2, divided by speed of the train 2 is equal to 5 seconds. Now what you have to calculate? These trains are crossing each other now. So the time taken to cross each other is nothing but length of the train 1 plus length of the train 2, and they are coming in the opposite direction. So speed 1 plus speed 2. Yes? Cool. So what do they want now? Time, same thing, right? Okay, let us calculate. Any other thing they have given? That's it? Yeah. Very good. So that is what I want. Length of the trains are same. So can I take this equal to this? So can I just write, instead of this L, LT, LT1, LT2, simply 2 lengths? 2L. Let us take each train is of length L. So can I take 2L? Yes. So in the denominator, S1 and S2 are there. S1 and S2 are there. So for S1 and S2, I'll take from here, X1 is equal to length divided by 4s. Can I take? Or 4 seconds. Length by 4, L by 4. See, look at this. This LT1 is nothing but L now. So can I take this as L by 4? And what about S2? Same thing, L by 5. So can I substitute here? L by 4 and L by 5. So this is nothing but, take the LCM, 20, 5L plus 4L, and in the numerator, 2L. This 20 will go up, so this will become 2L into 20, 40L divided by 9L. Divided by 9L. LL get cancelled. So 40 by 9 is nothing but 9 4s are 36. So 4 integer 4 by 9 seconds. 4 integer 4 by 9 seconds. Yes? Simple. But you should be mindful of the fact that length of the train 1 is equal to length of the train 2. L plus L, 2L. Okay. So these are the possibilities of the problems that we get. All problems are done. Yes. So now we'll go to the other chapter of this time, speed and distance, or the application of time, speed and distance, that is boats and streams. Again, as usual, my question, what is boat? So that used to be my question. No, what is percentage? What is average? So now, I will not ask that silly question, what is boat? You will tell me a structure which is made of wood, which can, like float on water. Okay. One thing I'll ask, what is stream? What is stream? Don't tell me science stream, commerce stream, engineering stream. Don't tell me that one. Okay. Stream. It is a flow of water. Second question. Why does water flow? Because of the gradient or slope. Makes sense, right? Why do rivers flow? Where do rivers originate? In the hills, right? Or in the mountains? Or in the higher elevated area, correct? And where do they drain? Finally, where do they drain? What they will join? Ocean or sea or some what? Lentic system, that is like which is not moving. It will go and join there. Yes. So from the elevation to the lowest point, the water will flow. Have you seen any river which is originating from the plains and going to the hilltop? No, right? That will not happen. Yes or no? So this stream should have a slope. So let's take, this is a stream. This is a stream. And when we are making the journey along with the stream, in the direction of the stream, this is called as downstream. Have you heard of downhill, uphill? Down the hill, down the slope of the hill, up the slope of the hill, uphill, downtown, uptown, downtown. That is in the town, there will be some low-lying area. You are going towards there. So this is downstream. What if our journey is like this? That is, and how do you make our journey? Either through a boat, yeah, maybe a machine boat, motor boat, or rowing boat. Rowing, you know rowing? Yeah, you'll be having what? What are those called? Huttu. Yeah, in this one, English, blades. So those are called as any other thing? Yeah, paddles, correct. Or you can take them as blades. There have to be blades. Okay, paddles or blades. Okay, or you don't have any other prop like boat or paddles or this thing. How do you cross? Swimming. So here in our cases, either it is a motorboat or a machine boat or a rowing boat, or finally it is a swimming person. A person who is swimming or a swimmer. For all those moving objects, we take only one name, that is boat. Even if the man is swimming, we'll take it as a speed of the boat. Speed of the moving object in the water. We take it as a boat. If at all, we are moving in the upstream, the river is flowing this way, we are moving upstream. Let us take, there is a boat. The boat has to overcome the speed of the stream. If I take the speed of the boat as B, in all the cases from now on, I'll be taking the speed of the boat as B. Whether it is a rowing person or it is a swimmer or it is a motorboat, I'll take it as B. So speed of the boat or the moving object is B and speed of the stream as S. Now tell me, to cover a significant distance, the speed of the boat has to be more than that of the speed of the stream? Yes. Now coming to this way, let's take this as a boat and even the stream is moving this way and this is the speed of the boat and this is the speed of the stream. Always the stream will support the boat. Even if the boat speed is zero, the stream will take the boat to certain distance. Where, which destination doesn't matter, but it will take along with this. And don't think, sir, there will be big, like boulders will be there, it will be stuck there. Don't worry. Take ideal case. No obstruction from top to bottom. Okay, from the origin to drain. Like the water is flowing without any disturbance. So definitely the speed of the stream will help the speed of the boat. Yes. Now tell me, in this case, what will be the effective speed? Speed of the boat is B, speed of the stream is S. What is the effective speed of the object? What is the speed of the, or what is the effective speed of the journey? The speed of the stream is helping you in this case, or it is obstructing you? Helping, right? Even if you just lie down on the water, lie down in the sense you float on the water, you will go to certain distance without doing any effort. So what is the effective speed? Is it the difference or is it the sum? You are under the hangover of trains. You are under the hangover of the trains. Same direction. That is why you are telling the difference. Won't the speed of the stream will help you? So here the effective speed is B plus S. So the speed in this case is always B plus S. What about this case? Always B minus S. B has to be greater than S. Otherwise we cannot cover a significant distance. If B is smaller than S, then you will be pushed backwards, right? So what is the fun in covering the distance? Yes. So the speed in the downstream, or you can take this as speed in the downstream, is always B plus S. and speed in the upstream is always B minus S. Now, everything else will remain the same. Distance as per provided in the question. Time taken as per provided in the question. When it comes to speed, only thing, so far you used to write only S for the speed. Now you have to write B plus S for downstream and B minus S for upstream. Cool? Yes? No problem? So wherever speed comes, we have to take either the speed in the upstream or speed in the downstream. That's it. You replace the S with either B plus S or B minus S. The problems are over. Fine? Can we solve few problems? Let us understand. Yeah. A man can effectively row downstream at 12 km per hour. What is this 12? Effective speed, no? Downstream or upstream? So how do I write this one? In equation. Then, and upstream, 8 km per hour. A man can effectively row downstream 12 km per hour and upstream 8 km per hour. How do I write the second equation? Now, what is the speed of the man in still water? Speed of the man. So this is just speed of the boat only. So we have to find out B. We have to find out B. How do you do that? You want B, you want to cancel this one, right? So what you will do? You will make the sum, here plus, here minus, here plus. 2B is equal to 20, B is equal to 10. Or you don't have to struggle this much. So whenever you got B plus S and B minus S, decide what you want. If you want B, add both of them and divide by 2. 12 plus 8, 20 divided by 2. If you want S, take the difference of them and divide by 2. What is the difference of them? 12 and 8, 4. 4 divided by 2. So speed of the stream is 2. Simple. You don't have to write all these things. B plus S is 12. B minus S is 8. B minus S is 8. If you want B, 12 plus 8, 20 divided by 2, 10. If you want S, 12 minus 8, 4 divided by 2. Done? So B's value is 10 and S value will be 2. B plus S, 10 plus 2 is 12. B minus S, 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. Simple. See, boats and streams, just you have to understand the concept. That's it. Solution is very simple. Okay, done? Next. A boat moves downstream at 1 km in 5 minutes. So what is the speed in the downstream? What is the speed in the downstream? How do you write in the equation? B plus S is equal to, what they have given? 1 km in 5 minutes. So how do you write? Distance is 1 km divided by 5 minutes. So how do you write it in kilometer per hour? Because the answers are given in kilometer per hour. So I have to convert this minutes into hours. How do you do that? 1 km, write 5. Instead of minutes, what you have to write? Hours, no? So you have to divide this by 60 and you have to write hours. So it will become 60 by 5 kilometer per hour, or this is 12 kilometer per hour. So B plus S is equal to how much? B plus S is equal to 12 kilometer per hour. Similarly, speed in upstream, B minus S. So how do you write this one? 1 kilometer divided by 12 minutes. So try to convert. It will become what? 60 by 12. So 5 kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. So upstream 5 kilometer per hour, downstream 12 kilometer per hour. What do they want? Speed of the current. So what is this current? Boat or stream? Current is again the flow of something. Current is flow of something. Ocean current, electric current. So what does that mean? Flow of something. Electric current is flow of charges. Yes. So here they want S. B plus S is equal to 12. B minus S is equal to 5. How do you find out S? Take the difference of 12 and 5. What is that? 7. Divided by 2. So speed of the stream is 3.5 kilometer per hour. Speed of the stream is 3.5 kilometer per hour. If you want B, add 12 plus 5, 17, divide by 2. So what will be the answer? 8.5. Done. Cool. No difficulty? Or you are facing difficulty? Fine, no? A man can row 5 kilometer per hour in still water. What is this 5 kilometer per hour? What is this? Speed of what? Boat or stream? Man can row. That means it is D. If the rate of the current is 1 kilometer per hour, what is this? It takes 5 by 4 hours to row to a place and back. So you are going from one place to another, you are rowing and you are coming back. In how many hours totally? In totally 5 by 4 hours. How far is the place? Do you know the distance of this place? Take this distance as D. Okay? And when they have given the speed of the stream and speed of the boat, definitely one journey will be downstream and another journey will be upstream. So let me take like this. First downward, then upward. Downward. So this is what? Downstream, and this is upstream. So how do you calculate the time in downstream? D, that is distance divided by what? B plus S. What about time taken in the upstream? Distance divided by B minus S. Yeah. So what is this? D I don't know. But B plus S is how much? 5 plus 1. Here, D divided by 5 minus 1. This is D by 6. And this is D by. But what they have given? What they have given? Total time, that is TD plus TU, is how much? 5 by 4. So this 5 by 4 is nothing but D by 6 plus D by 4. Yes or no? So take the LCM of this. 12. So here 2D and here 3D. 2D plus 3D by 12 is equal to 5 by 4. So 5D by 12 is equal to 5 by 4. 5 get cancelled. 4 1s are 4 3s are. So D is equal to 3. Distance is equal to 3 kilometers. See, you have to understand this process. Time taken in the downstream is D by B plus S. Time taken in the upstream is D by B minus S. And we know the value of B and S. 5 plus 1 here, 5 minus 1 there. D by 6 and D by 4. When you club this, they have given the answer as 5 by 4. So D by 6 plus D by 4 is equal to 5 by 4. Then you will get the value of D. Cross verification. Distance is how much? 3. In downstream, what is the effective speed? In downstream, what is the effective speed? 5 plus 1, 6, right? So 3 kilometer divided by 6 kilometer per hour. Half an hour. While coming upstream, 3 kilometer divided by 4 kilometer per hour. 3 by 4, nothing but 45 minutes. Yes or no? While going, half an hour. While coming back, 3/4 hour. Half plus 3/4 is how much? 1 integer 1 by 4. Nothing but 5 by 4. Done. Yes? Yes or no? A boat covers 48 kilometer upstream. So what is this 48 kilometer? Distance in the upstream. And 72 kilometer downstream in 12 hours. So what is this 12 hours? Time taken for what? For both upstream and downstream. So how do you write the equation? This 12 hours is nothing but the time taken in the upstream plus time taken in the downstream. Correct? So this time taken in the upstream is nothing but distance is 48 kilometers divided by what is the speed in upstream? In terms of B and S. What about downstream distance? Correct? Yes. Next sentence. While it covers 72 kilometer upstream, they are reversing the scene. Earlier 48 kilometer upstream and 72 kilometer downstream. Now they are making 72 kilometer upstream and 48 kilometer downstream. So how do you write the equation? Right? Let's see. Second equation. Is equal to 13. So here it will become, okay, this is 12 and here it will become 13 is equal to 72 divided by B minus S plus 48 divided by how many equations are there? How many variables are there? Correct? Solve. You know, right, how to solve Two equations in two variables. Proceed. See, in the first scene only, you will get disturbed. What is the LCM? B minus S and B plus S. LCM is B square minus S square. Then you will cross multiply. Then this big mountain will come. Then you will call Krishna. Please hold this mountain. Yes? See, in such cases, see, this is very special case. Very special case. Here we are having the variables, that too in the form of B and S, that too B plus S and B minus S in the denominator. That is why it is difficult. If the variables were in numerator, it wouldn't have been a problem. They are in denominator, that is why it is a problem. In such cases, what you can do, you can assume 1 by B minus S as X and 1 by B plus S as Y. Now try to substitute. What will happen? For the first equation, 48X plus 72Y is equal to 12. Second equation, 72X plus 48Y is equal to 13. Now what do they want at the end? B or S? Yes. But anyways, in X and Y, you find out anything. But in this case, we have to get both X and Y to get the value of B plus S and B minus S. So it is your comfort now. It is your comfort. Which one you want, X or Y? What will find out, X or Y? We'll try to cancel X. We'll find out Y. But coefficients are different. 48 and 72. How to do? What to do? Multiply. So how do you multiply? For the entire equation into 72. For the entire equation, 48. After calling Krishna also, you can't solve. It will become very hectic. So instead of that, look at the nature of these coefficients. 48 and 72. They are multiples of. For you, only 12 will flash. For me, 24 will flash. I don't have to learn the tables of 24 for this. Look at their faces, no? 2 times of 24 and 3 times of 24. So what I'll do, I will multiply by 3 here. And here I'll multiply by 2. Don't ask me why. We have to equate the coefficients. This is 2 times of 24. This is 3 times of 24. To equate them, I have to make it 3 times and I have to make it 2 times. Okay? Or you can divide also. You can divide also. If you divide this by 2, you will get 24. If you divide this by 3, you will get 24. But here the problem will arise in fractions. Okay? So let me solve like this. 48 into 3. 144. X plus 72 into 3. 216y is equal to 36. Similarly, 144x plus 96y is equal to 26. Minus, minus, minus. So here 120y is equal to 10. So y is equal to 1 by 12. Y is equal to 1 by 12. Find out x. Substitute the value of y in any of the equation. I will substitute the value of y in this equation. So this will become 48x plus 72y. Y is nothing but 1 by 12 is equal to 12. 12 ones are 12 sixes. So 48x is equal to 12 minus 6. So 48x is equal to 6. X is equal to 1 by 8. Now look at the real values of x and y. 1 by b minus s is equal to 8. So can I write b minus s is equal to 8? Similarly, b plus s is equal to 12. Now what we want? B or s? Yes. Take the difference of 12 and 8. 4, no? Take the difference of 12 and 8. 4. 4 divided by 2. So speed of the stream is 2 km per hour. Yeah, I know this is one of the toughest problem because the journey will not end with B and S. We have to assume X and Y for B and S. Yes? But when in the problem, you don't have the values for B and S, for both B and S, if you don't have the values, and they have come in the denominator, like B plus and B minus S, then you have to pursue that it will take longer time. Any one of B and S is known, then that particular problem will become equation in one variable. Either B or S you know, you fill there, either B or S will go, either B or S will stay there. Yes? When B and S both are known, then it is simple. But when both B and S are not known, and if you come across this equation, then it will take longer time. So you have to keep it for second round or third round. Okay? Not the first round. Understand? Yeah, S is equal to 12. If you want to solve for B, B is equal to 10. But we don't want that. Yes? Okay. Now you are hungry, right? Yes. I can understand. Okay. I think one more problem is there. How many problems? Okay. No problem. Even I am hungry. The equation is fine. You are hungry, I am hungry. But none of us will get angry now. Yeah? A man can row 15 km per hour in still water. What is this? What is this? B. And he finds that it takes him twice as much as time to row up. It takes twice the time to row up as to row down. So compared to row down, rowing up will take more time, right? Logical, right? Rowing up will take more time. So time taken in upstream is equal to 2 times the time taken in downstream. This is what they are trying to tell. Yes or no? Time taken in upstream is equal to 2 times the time taken in downstream. Yes? For the same distance. So what is the distance in upstream? Same distance. Divide by speed in the upstream. Here, distance divided by speed in the downstream. But 2 times dd get cancelled. And how do you write speed in the upstream? B minus S. 1 divided by B minus S is equal to 2 times of B plus S. Cross multiply. B plus S is equal to 2 into B minus S. We know B. We know B. So B is what? 15 plus S is equal to 2 into 15 minus S. So 15 plus S is equal to 30 minus 2S. Then take 2S this side, it will become 3S. 30 minus 15. 30 minus 15 is 15. So S is equal to 5. So speed of the stream or the current is 5 km per hour. See, you have to like gather courage to write the equation. When you write the equation, half the problem is done. Yes, either you will get two equation, two variables, or one equation, one variable. Problem is over. Done. But that courage has to come, and that courage will come with confidence. For that confidence, practice. Yes, who will do the practice? I will do the practice. Yeah, but I can write exam for only one person. Who want me to write? I'll not come. I'll not come. I don't want put myself into like jail. Yeah. So write your own examination. For that, practice. Confidence will come. Then you will get the courage to solve the problem. Right? Yeah. The speed of a boat in upstream is 2/3 that of downstream. Simple, no? Speed of the boat in upstream is 2/3 of the downstream. Write the equation. Let me see. In terms of B and S, write the equation. Boat in the upstream is what? Speed of the boat in the upstream? B minus S. Speed of the boat in the downstream. How do you write the equation? B minus S is equal to 2/3 of B plus S. And the danger here is people forget to put a bracket here. Then what will happen? This 2/3 will be applicable for only B. In the further calculation, what you will do? You will take 2/3B and you will keep S like that. That is wrong. Yes? Now let's see what will happen further. Find the ratio of the speed of the boat, okay, in still water. Ratio of speed of the boat in still water and to the average speed of the boat in downstream and upstream. Here distance is the same. So when distance is same, how do you find out the average of the speed? 2S1 S2 divided by 2 S1 S2. Speed in upstream and speed in downstream divided by speed in upstream plus speed in downstream. So let us solve this one first. B is to 2 times speed in upstream, B minus S, speed in downstream, divided by B minus S plus B plus S. Minus S plus S get cancelled. B is equal to 2 times B square minus S square, put the bracket, divide by 2B. 2 get cancelled. So bring this B here. So this will be what? B square is to B square minus S square. This is what we have to find out. See, all this effort is to come down to this one. When you know B and S, you can easily calculate this one. Yes or no? When you know the value of B and S, can you calculate this one? So finally, we want to calculate this from this. So how do you calculate? Bring 3 this side. 3B minus 3S is equal to 2B plus 2S. So 2B, this side 3B minus 2B is B. 2S minus 3s is equal to 5s. Do we know the value of b now? Do we know the value of b? So how to go ahead? Substitute the value of b here. Substitute the value of b here. So b will be b will be 5s whole square is to, again, b is 5s whole square minus s square. 5s whole square is 25s square, and here again 25s square minus s square. So 24s square, 25s square is to 24s square. S square get cancelled. 25 is to 24. This is the toughest problem that is possible. Because you should understand this. The ratio of the boat in the still water to the average speed. Average speed in terms of B and S, it will come to here. And when you know B in terms of 5S, then you can substitute and get the answer 25 is to 24. Done? Yeah, this is the toughest problem. Toughest problem that is possible in this chapter. Yes? But such questions I don't expect, but looking at the question that was asked in the previous year, that is V, 2V, 3V, 4V, it was also of the same concept. Average speed, no? So, we can expect, but you are not supposed to solve it in the first round. Second round or third round you have to solve. Done? Yeah? A boat takes 7 hours to go from P to R. P to R. It will take how many hours? 7 hours. And through a midpoint Q. Through a midpoint Q, how many hours it will take? 7 hours. But it takes 8 hours to go from P to Q, and then return. How many hours it is taking totally? And it is returning from midpoint, no? It is returning from midpoint. How long it would take to go from R to P? See, first of all, P to R is 7 hours. Now tell me, P to Q, how many hours? Okay, I have not given this fact. About 8 hours, I don't know. P to R it is going, correct? P to R it is 7 hours. So P to Q, how many hours? Half of it. Then Q to R. But see here, from P to Q and Q to P again, it is 8 hours. What does it mean? There is some problem in the sense, while going downstream, we are taking lesser time. While coming upstream, we are taking more time. So this entire journey has taken 8 hours. That means from Q to P, if we go in this direction, how many hours it will take? 4.5. Very good. But from R to Q, half, no? Again. So how many hours it will take? From here to here. Same, right? So total 4.5 plus 4.5. So here the whole idea is about downstream and upstream. That is why we have got in this chapter. But in the examination, when they give the question, they will not say that this is from boats and streams. Yes or no? But first you have to check for 7 hours. Half the journey will be 3.5. then something will come to your mind. Okay, while going 3.5, but the return journey is taking more time. Why? Then it might be upstream or uphill also. Not both end stream only. Maybe it is up trek and down trek. Yes? Or maybe it is just like our Chandra layout. Yeah, roads are like, yes or no? No plane, nowhere plane. Up, down, up, down. So this is called as Chandra Drona Parvata, you know. That is why it is called as Chandra layout. This hill was known as Chandra Drona. Huh? That. So this is Chandra Drona Parvata of Bangalore. See, this, I mean, some traditional name has been given. I think it is derived from that name only. So this, the highest peak is this water tank. Water tank that is behind this lane, no? So that is, so always the water tanks are built in the peaks. Why? Pipes and cistern. So every house is below this water tank. Or at least sumps in the house, sump in the house are below the, if you make the tanks somewhere in the low-lying area and the residential area is uphill, how will the water flow? Difficult, right? So sometimes in this flow only, not just your sump, even the overhead tank will also be filled if the level of the overhead tank is below this one. So in that force, it will try to fill that one. Understood? Okay. Last problem. A man takes half time in rowing certain distance downstream than upstream. What does it mean? Write the equation. Time taken in downstream is half the time taken in upstream. What is the ratio of speed in still water and speed of the current? Simple, no? Distance. Same distance. Downstream it is B plus S and upstream it is B minus S. DD cancelled. So it will go this side. 2 into B minus S is equal to B plus S. 2B minus 2S is equal to B plus S. B will come this side. 2S will come this side. 3S. So what do they want? The ratio of the speed in still water, so that is B divided by S is equal to 3:1. This you have to remember as fact. Whenever the time taken in upstream is double than that of the time taken in downstream, then you have to think that B is 3 times of the S. B is 3 times of the S. Fine? This is a fact. When the time taken in upstream is double than that of the time taken in the downstream, the ratio of the speed of the boat to that of the speed of the stream is equal to 3:1. Because 3 plus 1 is 4, no? 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 by 2 is 2. So time taken will be twice. Understood? Yes? Or the speed in the downstream is double of that of the speed in the upstream. Same thing. B plus S is equal to 2 times of B minus S. Then also you will get the ratio of B is to S is equal to 3:1. So remember this as fact. So you don't have to solve this in the examination when such question has come. Fine? No problem? Yeah, I know you are hungry. Your faces tell. Okay? Thank you. So, tomorrow, tomorrow, current affairs class is there. Then, sir is taking. Umesh sir told. Anyways, you are being engaged for another 3 hours, right? Apart from current affairs class. Then I will not. Okay? So I can look at your faces, at least on Saturday. Okay, fine. I will not take. Anyway, Sunday is test day. Okay? So again, Which one? CSAT. Those who have not taken test 2, you can take it on Sunday. I don't have a problem. Okay, you can take and solve. Okay, test 3 will, test 3 is already printed. I know. Yeah, but the portion for the test 3, puzzles and this one, seating arrangements, is not done. So it is better to take that test after I solve these chapters, puzzles and seating arrangements. Okay. So in the next week, from Monday, actually we are scheduling polity. Scheduling polity for the entire week. I think it will be polity only. And as we are nearing the end of this thing, so we have to rush. So I think we'll have 6 hours of class in polity. Okay. So again, I don't want to disturb with CSAT. But for the upcoming test, that is third test of CSAT, we are left with seating arrangements and puzzles. Okay. So looking at the next week's timetable, so in the forthcoming week, I'll take puzzles and seating arrangements. I would require around 4 hours to finish off seating arrangements and puzzles. Then only you can take the third test. After that, you'll be left with the portions like permutations and combinations. Yeah, your heartbeat will raise. I know. Permutations and combinations. Yes. Then we have probability. Heartbeat, like almost it is going to what? 200 per minute now. Yep. Then we have one small chapter of cubes and dices. Cubes, take this much cube, cut it, paint it, do something with that. And dice, take dice and roll it. What will be on the top, what will be on the side, all that thing. So cubes and dices, I might require around 2 hours. Okay. Then finally data interpretation. There are 4 different types of data interpretation. One is tabulation, second one is line chart, third one is bar chart. Line chart and bar chart are the same. Then pie chart. I would require around 4 hours to finish off that one. So 4 hours for data interpretation, 4 hours for 2 hours for cubes and dices, 2 hours for probability, and I need 4 hours for permutations and combinations. 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. So how much it is? 12 hours. And these seating arrangements and puzzles, 4 hours totally. So 16 hours are left now. 16 hours are left. I'll tell you the schedule because next week, if polity classes are for 6 hours in a stretch, I'm a human being. You are also human beings. But I have told you, your competitors are doing what? Your competitors, without accounting for summer, without accounting for the temperature, they are studying. They are sitting for the classes. Okay, we are human beings. We will understand that one. Okay, in CSAT, there are 16 hours of portion is left. Okay, so I'll finish off seating arrangements and puzzles as early as possible. And you can take the third test. And in the fourth test, this permutations and combinations, probability, cubes and dices, and data interpretation will be there. And there is one misnomer in the sense like wrong understanding by the students that permutations and combinations and the probability is the tough, very tough. I know if you go by NPR, NCR, okay, N of E, N of A, all that thing, it is the toughest. Even for me, it was the toughest until I explored personally into the subject. Because for the first time, we'll be introduced about permutations and combination and probability in a good amount in +1 and +2, basically. By the time we come to +1 and +2, our school golden days will be over. That rapport with the teachers, all the thing is over. Now you are more independent, more democratic, so you will not listen to the lecture. And lectures will not come to the class, through the college, they will conduct their own tuitions. Yes, you have to go to the tuitions, and I was one among them who had not got for tuitions. So for me, permutations and combinations and the probability, I never understood. When I was in +1 and +2, never understood that. Because more of formula only, N of E, N of A, it never went into my head. So that is why I couldn't score much in maths in 12th also. But when it came to civil services, when we came across these chapters, it is matter of life, matter of life when CSAT was counting. So I myself sat with these chapters and studied on my own, gave more number of hours to this one, and I understood permutations and combinations and probability practically, not with formula. Practically, how does it work? So even in my classes, I'll not be teaching with formulae. Trust me, I'll not give you the formulae. Okay, we'll go with very practical terms, very visualization terms. So through that method, I understood that this chapter is more fun compared to all other chapters, more fun because practically you can apply this permutation and combination. Okay, so never hate this chapter or never go away with this chapter, because the recent trend earlier, before 2017, the number of questions from permutations and combinations were less. But over the period of these years, from 18 or from 17 only, at least 2 to 3 questions are coming from permutations and combinations. So it is a good number of questions. And I am promising you that I'll not be teaching you many formulae. I'll be teaching with practical methods. So let us face these chapters, permutations and combinations and probability, with more courage.